What's up, guys? Good morning. Tristan Daniel here. Hope everyone's doing well. So for today's video, I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm gonna give you guys a glimpse of my life, of what's it like living in the Philippines and making money online. And I'm currently driving right now, so I hope I don't get in trouble. And I'm also driving a stick shift car, so if I have to move the camera and shift gears, please forgive me. But anyway, I'm gonna take you guys with me. And I've been living in the Philippines for more than 6 months now. Originally from Toronto, Canada. Started making money online and decided to move to the Philippines and live here. And there's a few reasons why I wanted to live in the Philippines. But a lot of people have been asking me, why the Philippines? There's so many people that ask me on Instagram, from the people that I connect on there, and also from friends that I have in real life. They ask me why the Philippines. And honestly, I could be in Vietnam, I could be in Thailand, or I could be in Bali. But the reason why I'm in the Philippines is because of personal reasons. And that reason, number one, is that Philippines was the country that I was born in. And Philippines was the country that I pretty much grew up in. Didn't have a lot of money growing up, so I wanted to prove a point. And the point being is that I wanted to make $1 million here in the Philippines, to prove to everyone that you can make a lot of money from wherever part of the world that you're from, as long as you have access to the internet, as long as you have a laptop and you can speak a coherent sentence and you can spit some words out of your mouth. You can essentially make money. And I've been lucky enough to be connected with great people. Very, very blessed to be connected with people that I do business with, people that are my clients as well. I'm very, very blessed, to say the least. But the reason why I'm in the Philippines is because I wanted to make a lot of money. Oh shit, there's a checkpoint here. There's an LTO checkpoint. Let me just pause the video real quick. Sorry about that, guys. There was a checkpoint. There were police. And I didn't want to get caught recording while driving. It's very dangerous. But yes, the reason why I wanted to live in the Philippines is because I grew up here, I was broke here, and I want to make a lot of money here. That's why I decided to move back here. I stayed in Canada for almost 15 years, more than a decade. And I decided as soon as I started making money online, I decided that I wanted to move back here and essentially make money here and possibly make a lot of money. We're en route to making our first $1 million, and I'm very thankful that I'm in a country like the Philippines, because like I said, I pretty much grew up here broke. We did not have a lot of money, and now we have a little bit of money and we're on track to making a lot of money. And that's the reason why I am here. But the second reason as well is because of my family. I get to spend some time with my family, the people that I grew up with. My mother, who is here in the Philippines, I get to spend a lot of time with her. And to me, that's the most important part about my whole life right now, is to spend some time with my family. Because if I look around me, you know, my mother's getting older, my father's getting older, and I just wanted to spend a lot of time with them. And you know, I wanted to make as much money as possible, because without them, you know, I mean, I owe everything to my parents. I owe everything to my family, to my brother, to my sister. They are my motivation in making money. They are my motivation in why I do this. I want to make as much money as possible to take care of the people that's around me. I really just wanted to take care of my family. That's my main goal in this whole entrepreneurial journey. In the pursuit of making money, I just want to make as much money as possible to take care of everyone around me. That's the reason why I'm in business. That's the reason why I stay up late at night. That's the reason why I do what I do, is because of my family and the people around me. Not because of me. I don't really care what comes my way. As long as there's opportunities my way, I'm gonna take it, because you know, I do this for a greater purpose, for God and for family, of course. But the first thing that I do in the morning when I wake up, even before that, before going to sleep, I visualize my day. I visualize what my day is gonna look like, you know, what I'm gonna be doing throughout the day, certain time blocks. Let's say, for example, from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. this is what I'm going to be doing, and then from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. this is what I'm going to be doing. I plan my day out before I go to sleep. And the reason for that is because I just wanted to get organized. I'm not the most organized person. I try to be. But however, sometimes, that it doesn't happen for me. I'm not the most organized person. I probably should hire an assistant in the future to plan things out for me. But for right now, I just plan my day before I go to sleep, and it really helps me a lot. And if you're somebody that's in business as well and you feel like you're overwhelmed, try organizing your day, especially before you go to sleep, and try visualizing it. Try seeing how your day is going to look like the next day. And visualization is really, really important. I remember when I was still in Canada, I would visualize myself waking up in the Philippines every single day, waking up with good weather, warm cup of coffee, and I would just see myself in the Philippines before I go to sleep. I would visualize it every single night. And then a few months later, I woke up in the Philippines, and it allowed me to really see my life before it actually happened. Visualization is key. I wasn't really that big into this visualization manifestation thing before, but it's really key, guys. If you want to have something in life, let's say, for example, if you want to own a car, you have to visualize yourself making that money for that car, buying that car, driving that car, taking that car to places, and just visualize it being in front of you. And you'll be surprised. Every single day, that's all you think about, that's all you do. Your main mission is to acquire what you want in life. You will achieve it. It's a weird thing. I wasn't really that big into manifestation and visualization. Although in boxing, when I was boxing, I was a boxer for more than a decade as well, competing at a very high level. I would visualize my fight before the fight would even happen. I would visualize myself walking to the ring, hearing my audience screaming. I would visualize waving to the judges and to the referees. I would visualize the punches that would come my way. And come fight night, the more that you think about it, come fight night, it wasn't a surprise anymore. I saw this before already. It's already been registered to my brain. It's nothing new to me. All I need to do was just to do what I visualize in my head. And it becomes natural, and you achieve great things when you visualize and when you see things beforehand. So if you're an entrepreneur, you should visualize the dream life that you want to live. And I am a case study of it. I'm my own testimonial, because I would visualize living in my dream country, which is the Philippines, every single day. The moment I wake up to the moment before I go to sleep. And few months pass by, I'm already in my dream country, living my dream life. So visualization is definitely key when it comes to achieving success. I haven't encountered any entrepreneur that became successful by accident. Yeah, they make money overnight. They could make a lot of money overnight. But a big part of that is the actions and the things that you do beforehand. The visualization, the manifestation, the long nights, the constant hours of putting in work. Things don't happen over time. So, a big part of entrepreneurship is definitely your mindset. Your mind plays a very big role in making money. If you want to become an entrepreneur, you are solving so many problems. You're solving a lot of problems. And however, when you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't guarantee success. It does not guarantee success at all. However, it could turn things around just in one night. Things could turn out quick. You could be making $1 million overnight. It happens like that. You could be making a large sum of money in a short period of time, but you have to go through the struggle. Entrepreneurship will definitely test you. It will definitely test you in ways that you've never been tested. Because before you make money in business, before the business blesses you, it breaks you first. It breaks you into ways that you could have never imagined. And I think it's by design to see if you're worthy of having a lot of money on your hands. Entrepreneurship is definitely very challenging. Not everyone can do it. Only the people with strong minds can do it. Because it's going to push you past your breaking point. Entrepreneurship is probably one of the hardest things that I've done in my life. Mind you, I've been in a boxing ring almost 100 times in amateur fights. And I've been in the ring thousands of times, spending thousands of rounds sparring, getting hit in the face, getting hit in the body, getting hurt physically. Entrepreneurship is harder than that because it's mental. It's all a mental game. But if you fug it out, and if you just work every single day and put in the work and not worry about the end result, the work that you do every day compounds. So yes, entrepreneurship is a mind game. It's for the people with strong mindsets, the people with unbreakable mindsets. You kind of have to build yourself to become successful. I know that you're building a business, but in the long run, the business builds you. And if you stop building on the business, it stops building you. It's truly great because entrepreneurship really shapes your character. If you want to become somebody that's relentless, try entrepreneurship and try not quitting. Because if you don't quit with entrepreneurship and in business, it will bless you in so many ways you could ever imagine. But if you quit and you stop, then you're just going to become a quitter. You're never going to realize your true potential when it comes to entrepreneurship and building a business and making money. But yeah, definitely entrepreneurship is something that I recommend because it's truly rewarding, making a change in people's lives, not only in your life but also to other people's lives, and it's a great thing. So right now we are on our way to the coffee shop. The very first thing that I do in the morning is, first of all, I pray to God. I don't know whatever religious affiliation you're affiliated with, but I am a Christian. I believe in God, and I pray to God the moment that I wake up and the moment before I go to sleep. But with that, you can also start with manifestations and visualizations, visualizing your day, visualizing what you're doing throughout the day. But that's usually what I start with. I start with a moment of silence, and I'm just in my thoughts. And it's really key because some people, when they wake up, the first thing that they do is get on their phones. I think that that's not good because I think within the first 5 minutes of when you wake up, your brain is very malleable. It can be easily shaped into whatever it is that you consume. So if you consume some random things on the internet, scrolling through TikTok or through Instagram, scrolling through garbage, then garbage is what's going to get registered in your brain. So I try to stay away from my phone when I wake up. I usually just sit in silence for around 10-15 minutes and just be in my thoughts. Sometimes just visualizing throughout my day. Well, not sometimes, all the time. And consistently I talk to God. And it's really key. I suggest that you guys try this. If you guys are overwhelmed, just take deep breaths, breathe in, breathe out, and just be in your thoughts and really slow down your breathing process and just think about what you're going to do throughout the day. Think about the steps that you're going to take in order for you to make money and to not even just make money, but to just move. Don't stay stagnant. Because if you're just sitting at home all day doing nothing, it's not going to do you any good. It just builds up anxiety, especially if you're scrolling on Instagram or on TikTok. It's best if you move. And after that, after I spend a few minutes of my day visualizing, being in my thoughts, the next thing that I would do is to get a fresh cup of coffee. So that's coffee number one. Usually I smoke a cigar right after or simultaneously. But I get coffee just to fuel up my day. Now when I wake up early. I drop my mom off to work. I drop her off at 8 o'clock. I bought her a car, which is the car that I'm driving right now. But she doesn't have a license. So I had to drop her off every morning, which turns out to be alright because I get to wake up early. I wake up around 7 a.m., sometimes 6 a.m. And I drop her off to work, and then I go straight to the coffee shop. The coffee shop which we are going to go to right now. There's an amazing coffee shop. They got great coffee, got great people, great vibes. But it turned out well. And I suggest if you're somebody that wakes up late, you have to wake up early. Because if you wake up early, the amount of workload that you can have throughout the 24-hour time period, you can put in a lot of work. You can put in an extra 4 hours of work. If you're somebody that wakes up at 12 p.m. every morning, which other people might have, I don't know what their schedule is like, but some people wake up late. I like to wake up early to do more things throughout my day. But it really depends on you, depends on what your schedule is. And ever since being in the Philippines, I've been experimenting with my work hours. I wanted to see what the best and the optimal hours of work is for me. And it's really great, especially when it comes to doing business, because you can get in control of your time. Even though entrepreneurship is hard, and sometimes when you're starting out, you're gonna have to work 24 hours throughout the day to ensure that your business is running, but you get to love the whole process. To me, if I work 24 hours in a day, literally this is all I do. All I do is work. And I've learned to love it. Going back to what I said about, the business building you, it builds you to be resilient. It builds you to not be lazy, and it builds you to take action. It forms you into a whole different beast, entrepreneurship. And I want you guys to try it yourself. If you're watching my videos and you like my videos, I want you guys to start your own business as well and start making money online. And we're at a point right now in 2025 where you don't really need a lot of resources to start making money. All you need is a laptop, a cell phone, and internet, and a group of people that you could work with and make money with, and you will make a lot of money just by having those. It's truly amazing, because you can really start with minimal resources and make a lot out of it. So now we are here at this coffee shop. This is the coffee shop that I like. Oh my god, I forgot my cigar at home. How could I forget? How could I forget my cigar? But anyway, we're gonna have a nice cup of coffee and we are gonna enjoy our day. I'm just gonna park here in my spot. So this is the small little car that I got my mother. This wheels are C28. I believe they are replicas, but this is the tiny car that I got my mom. And it's really nice because I just put, let me turn my camera around. I just put $20, $30 in the gas tank and I get about 400, 450 kilometers full tank, which is amazing because it's much more cheaper than a motorbike when it comes to just traveling around town. I'm currently in a small city right now and it's enough. And my mom doesn't like to drive big cars. I love cars. I'm a car guy. I have a lot of nice cars in Canada, but it's a small car, it's a small city. So, it's really great to have that option. So I just got to the cafe that I always go to here in the Philippines, and it's called Bara Barista. It's a really great cafe. They open very, very early. They open 7 a.m. And this is the time where I put in work. And it's quiet here. There's not a lot of noises, although there's vehicles that pass by, but I pretty much spend most of my time here. I could stay in one of the houses that we have here, but I like being outside. Even when I'm in a big city, I like being outside and just putting in work, because if you just stay at home, you can't really network with people. You can't really meet new people. But if you go to places like these, you go to cafes, you go to even hotels and restaurants and just put in work, you'll never know who you meet. There's this one spot that I stay in Manila. It's called Shangri-La, and it's amazing. You can meet really high-level people on there, high-level entrepreneurs, high-level businessmen. And yeah, this is the place that I'm gonna put in work in. I have my laptop on here, I have my notebook. Essentially, everything that comes to my mind, I write on this notebook right here. This is a freaking $5 notebook, but I just put in all my thoughts, personal thoughts, business thoughts, and essentially, I just write things down. And that's a big part of visualization as well, writing down things that you'd wanna see materialize and make happen. But today we are just going to be checking some clients online. We are just going to be checking their systems, see if everything's going well, doing some follow-ups. Right now I'm currently doing appointment setting and sales for my own agency, which is completely fine because I love doing it anyway. Thank you, boss. And I ordered a black Americano, and this is my favorite type of coffee because it just fuels me throughout the day. I don't really like sweet coffee, add sugar or cream. Straight black with cigar, tobacco, and it's enough for me to keep me going throughout the day. I get about 4 or 5 of these, sometimes 3, 4 or 5 when things are getting really busy, but 2 or 3, I'm good. Give me 2 cigars a day and I'm all right. So I'm gonna enjoy this coffee right now, and I'm going to show you guys what I do for work. So this is the laptop that I work with. This is a MacBook Pro laptop. As you can see here, that's not my name. It's my brother Tyler. Shout out to my brother. I love my brother so much. He gave me this laptop so that I could work. I had an old shitty MacBook Air, but this MacBook Pro is really amazing. I mean, the only issue that I have with this laptop is that the battery doesn't last for a very long time, but it gets me a couple hours and I'm fine. And it's really lightweight, so you can pretty much travel anywhere. I've been to so many different cities and different countries in the 6 months that I've been traveling, and this laptop is amazing. It never failed me. The only thing that I have with this is the space bar is not working properly, but it's a small issue. I mean, I can just easily get that fixed for freaking $5. But you know, the laptop is really good. It's amazing. It helped me make thousands of dollars from the internet. So shout out to MacBook, Steve Jobs, Apple. Let's go. So the very first thing that I do when I open my laptop is I essentially just check the camera. I check our pipeline. I check to see how many leads came in, how many did a positive reply, how many booked a call, how many essentially wanted to pay us money, and the leads that were not interested. But essentially, the first thing that I do is to check our CRM, our pipeline. We have an automated pipeline. We barely touch this. We only touch the pipeline when they essentially are asking for a quote or they're asking to send the payment link. And it's a fully automated pipeline, which is amazing. I don't really have to organize every single lead that comes in. I don't have to drag and drop every single lead that comes into every single stage. If a lead comes in automatically and they wanted to book a call, our AI sets the call and they show up here on the book a call section. The AI essentially books the leads automatically. We don't have to manually follow up, manually tell them to show up on the call, or manually just send them messages. Our AI does it, and it's amazing. Every single lead that comes in, AI starts having a conversation with them, and if they reply with a positive reply, usually it's either a yes or a no. Our AI asks, hey, is this the right person who signed up on our ads? For example, if they reply with a yes, they get sent here. If they reply with a no, that means that they're not interested. Now, other people don't reply. It's okay. We have a follow-up system for that, and we have a database reactivation system for that as well. But here, if they reply with a yes, this is the right person, they get put here in a positive reply. And the next step for here is so that they can book a call. So from SMS sent, when the lead comes in, AI then asks them questions. Hey, is this the right person who signed up on our ad? If they reply yes, they automatically populate in this section right here, in the positive reply section. And if they booked a call, they automatically show up here. They move from this stage, the positive reply stage, all the way to the book a call stage without us having to touch anything. Our pipeline is fully automated, especially, when you get a lot of leads that are coming in. Instead of spending hours trying to organize every single lead, you have to have at least a pipeline, automated or not. You still have to organize your leads. Organize the people that signed up, organize the people that are interested in your service, organize the people that are not interested. Maybe they signed up by accident. Organize the sales call, people who booked a call, and organize the people that didn't show up for the call so that you can follow up with them. The lead signed up on your system because you're offering a solution to a specific problem in a specific industry. In my case, I am offering it into the home service industry, home service businesses, home improvement businesses. One of their biggest problems is that they don't have a marketing system that brings them in consistent, high quality leads. Yeah, other agencies might offer lead generation, but after reviewing so many different campaigns from so many different clients that come to us, and they say that they've worked with a previous marketing agency before and they didn't get any results. After reviewing their ads, after reviewing their creatives and their copywriting and their sales process, they don't even have a proper pipeline to organize all the leads. They don't have a follow-up system. All they're giving is a name, a number, and an email. And usually what happens is when our clients now, when they reach out to these leads with that old marketing system, all the leads were surprised. Who are you? Where did you come from? Because they don't have a proper follow-up system. We have a speed to lead. And our speed to lead, as soon as a lead signs up on our ads, the ads that we run for our clients, within seconds, there's AI that's having a conversation with them, introducing the business, introducing, what they signed up for, essentially. And it's a matter of just following up, right? Because think about it, if you're somebody that signed up for an ad and nobody reaches out to you after you signed up, how are you gonna solve the problem at hand? You had a problem, you signed up on their ad because they had a solution to your problem, but when you reach out to them for a problem, they don't even respond to you. How would you feel if you were on the other side of things? So that's our system. A lot of clients that we have right now, a big issue for them is that they've worked with another marketing agency before and they've been burned with a marketing agency before. And that's the reason why having an agency in 2025 is kind of hard, because you kind of have to rebuild that trust. You have to rebuild that relationship between a business owner and a third-party agency that's doing marketing for them, because there's so many people out here that are making so much money and not delivering results. They're not thinking long-term. Yeah, a business might pay them $10,000 up front, $5,000 up front, or whatever the case may be, but if you build a long-lasting relationship with your clients, you can be friends with them, you can have a long business relationship with them for life, and you can improve their business. And in turn, they improve your business as well. They're making money, you're making money, you're making a difference within their business, and you're solving all their problems on a day-to-day basis, right? And you're making their lives easier. But if you're an entrepreneur, if you're an agency, and you pretty much just promise something and not deliver, then you're not an entrepreneur, you're a scammer, my friend. So if you're thinking about being in the agency space, if you're thinking about making money online, make sure that you deliver from your promise. Deliver results. Deliver the results that you promise to your clients. And in the long run, you'll make a lot of money, because these clients are going to be your clients for 1 year, for 2 years, and every single month they're paying you money. So don't think short term, think long term. Like anything else in life, things don't happen overnight. You're not going to make a big difference overnight. It compounds. It's the things that you do beforehand. You're going to have to keep working, keep building, keep grinding every single day, and then you'd be surprised. Overnight you're gonna make $1 million. You're gonna make a big change within your business. But yes, provide value to the people that you serve, because in business, really, when you do business, they say that you quit your job so that you don't have a boss. The truth is, we all have a boss. We all have somebody that we're accountable to. Like myself, for example, I quit my job. I don't have a boss, but I'm accountable to my clients. I'm accountable to the success of their business. I'm accountable for results. I bring them results. If I don't bring them results, if my agency does not bring them any results, then it's not much of a business, is it? Because if they're not making money, I'm not making money. My whole company doesn't make money. So yeah, essentially that's it. And I'm also gonna tell you guys one quick story about this one friend that I met in Toronto, Canada, this Cuban entrepreneur named Mr. Guillermo. Mr. Guillermo is an amazing guy. He's an exceptional Cuban immigrant. He came to Canada from Cuba so that he can do business and make money. 2 years ago, I was working for a co-working space company in Toronto, Canada. This company had about 50 locations within the greater Toronto area. They had 50 buildings, so this was quite a huge company. I was very blessed to do marketing for that company, even though I didn't really know much about marketing at that time. I got my own office. I got to sit across the board members of the company and the people who own the company. But if you guys don't know what a co-working space company is and how it works, essentially what it is that it's a company that has a facility that they rent out to businesses and business owners, so that businesses and business owners can operate their business there on a day-to-day basis. They have their own office spaces that they can come in and pretty much put in work every single day. They have a physical location. And I was very blessed enough to come in every single day and had a chance to be around successful entrepreneurs, because You know, if you want to become successful, you got to surround yourself with successful people and do the things that made them successful. So I really took that to heart. And so I was coming in there every single day. I built a relationship with this guy named Mr. Guillermo. He was in the import-export industry, and he was importing everything that he can get a hold of. He wanted to make money out of it. This guy's an exceptional human being, an exceptional businessman, an exceptional entrepreneur. This guy was an amazing salesman. He could sell anything. And I really got a chance to spend a lot of time with him because this guy loves coffee. Cubans love their coffee. Every single morning that I would come in, he would come around the same time, and I would get coffee with him and learn great lessons. And one of the biggest lessons that I learned from him that he told me, because I asked him, Mr. Guillermo, how do I get rich? This was at the time where I barely had any money. And he told me, look, if you wanted to make money, if you wanted to get rich, the best way to do it is just make money faster. Some people make $100,000 in 1 year. Other people could make $100,000 in 1 day. If you want to get rich, and if you want to make money, if you want to make serious money, you have to cut the time that it takes for you to make money. And you gotta cut it faster. Make as much money as possible within a short time frame, within a short time period. That's essentially how you make money. If you can make $100 in 1 minute, then you're gonna have a lot of money in 1 day. But some people make $50 in an hour. They call that a job, right? But if you wanted to make as much money as possible, you're just gonna make money faster. And it didn't really click to me at that time, but when I understood that, I was like, okay, if I just sign one client and then sign another client and then sign another client after that and then deliver greater results, faster results after that, get testimonials, then I'm gonna get more clients. So to me, it was just non-stop work. Ever since I quit my job, it's just non-stop work, making money as fast and as quickly as possible. And that's one of the best lessons that I learned from that guy, Mr. Guillermo. This guy was amazing. And now with whatever it is that I do, I just gotta make sure that I do it fast. If I have a meeting, I gotta make sure that I can book it. You know, if I'm available the very next hour, I book it right away. I don't like to sit around and not do things. I don't like that. That slows me down. I want everything fast. And this is a common trait with successful entrepreneurs. They do everything fast. They do everything quick. And inaction really builds up anxiety. If you're just sitting around doing nothing, you're just overthinking of what the possible outcome might be. And if you never ask, the answer is always going to be no. If you wanted to close a deal with somebody and you ask if the service that you're providing is aligned with whatever it is that they're looking for, and they say yes, then good, you're going to make money. If they say no, then you're still going to make money, because now you know. You're not going to sit there and lament and overthink if they are going to sign with you or not. So the point that I'm trying to make is just move as quickly as possible and don't sit around. If you want to make money, just move. But anyway, guys, I don't want to bore you with my talk. I'm going to put in work now. I'm going to be on my laptop and put in work. It's a nice and sunny day outside, so I'm going to make the most out of it. After I'm done with work, I pretty much go to the gym, spend about a couple hours until, let's say, 1 p.m. And after that, after I work out pretty quick. I work out 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I work out as quickly as possible. Like I said in the video, the lessons that I learned from Mr. Guillermo, now I do everything fast, even working out, because I want to make use of every single minute of my day so that I have more output. I have more things to do. And after I work out, I'm pretty much free. I go get food. This around 1 o'clock. I go get food. I walk my dog, well, my mom's dog, and I pretty much just chill. And I read some books. I read a lot of books about business, about human psychology, about sales, about entrepreneurship, marketing. I read a lot of books. Right now, the book that I'm reading is The Great Mental Models. I'm not sure who it is by. Let me just recheck again. Where was it? Let me quickly check it. It's a book by Shane Parrish, The Great Mental Models. This is an amazing book. You're going to learn a lot of things about human psychology and why people think the way they think. And you are also going to apply that into business. There's really great knowledge within this book, I suggest that you guys just read it. I have a PDF on here on my laptop, so everywhere I go I have it. You can download a free PDF online, or you can just buy it off Amazon. They should have that on there. But I just read books every day. I try to read one book every week. 30 minutes in a day. I read about 50 to 100 pages. So if I read a book that's 200, 300 pages long, then I could get one book done in a week, or even less than a week. But knowledge is power. Learning doesn't stop after you go to school. You have to learn every single day, because what else are you gonna learn? How else are you gonna learn? If you're an entrepreneur, you're in business, if you have a mentor, great. If you don't, then read a lot of books. If you can't afford a mentor, there's books, and it's free on the internet, or you can just buy it for 30 bucks. And read as much books as possible about the topics that you'd like to read. Sales, psychology, business, investing in real estate, investing in the stock market, whatever it is that you're interested in, just read books. That's how you get knowledge. So yeah, I'm gonna put in work. After this, I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm just gonna do some walking right after, eat good food, and just relax. But I'll see you guys in the next video.